Hello and good afternoon, beautiful people around the world. We are live stream today, and I have here an amazing guest from Russia, Alexandra Pak. Today, we are going to discuss about being a light in people's life, and of course, according to the subject, the conflict between Russia and Ukraine. The idea is that people have to love each other, have to be in peace with each other, and not to hate. So, our message is being a light of peace. So, good afternoon, Alexandra Pak from Russia.
Yes. We need we don't need to hate each other because obviously it it takes a lot of problem for us. Like for example, in this situation right now, the conflict between Russia and Ukraine, and we as people from Russia suffer right now as well because we have a lot of problems because of the situation, and I think we need to love because obviously it's important for us. And this situation maybe can teach us how to love, how to respect each other, how to maybe be happy. And I don't know, we can see different information even, and we don't know the answer to these questions because it happened many years ago. But it's just right now, it's just a conflict. Being
So,
love, being
yeah.
love is difficult for us, for most people, I would say.
Mm. But what's the truth, Alexandra?
The truth,
Mm.
the truth, I don't know where the truth is because mm, even though when I can see it on the news, on the internet, I don't know because Russia and Ukraine have different opinions about it. It may it makes difficult for us to understand because even though yesterday I almost I was going to have a conflict, a fight between with a lady from Ukraine because they have their own truth
Mm.
because they have the news which is a different from our news because in their news uh, they show them that because Russia is an aggressor,
Mm.
but in our news it's just the opposite. So no, where's the truth? I don't know. Nobody knows.
Mm. So, actually, you got information in the
Yeah.
television there that actually
Yes.
it's invading Russia or
Yes.
mm,
Because as I understood correctly from the news, it was like it wasn't the idea to kill people in Ukraine or attack them.
mm,
There's something else, but in people's eyes from Ukraine, it looks so different. It looks like Russia had no reason to start this war between our countries.
mm.
It was anything else, something else. Not people. Not to kill people, not to destroy buildings or
Yeah, well, what I can see in the news here is that actually Russia is attacking, Ukrainians. And I saw also, buildings, I saw a lot of fight there. So that's why I'm saying,
yes,
I don't know at the end what is the truth there, because you said you get other news there. We are
Yes,
having
we
other news here, but what I can see also in the television, I'm seeing a lots of refugee who are going to Romania, who are going to Poland, and leaving the country. So as time there is, this kind of migration, that's mean there is something, but yeah, we are not there to see what's going really on, but we
yes.
are here to make peace. I mean, to make peace, trying to give peace, trying to give love and understanding between people. Because you see, people are starting to fight with each other, but actually, I think it will be much better to love each other instead of fighting and
Yes.
trying to guess who's the right or who's the wrong there.
Yes, I'm trying to understand it. It's just like it's like a controversial question. For
Mm,
example, if Russia wants to kill people, will we help people here in Russia? Because there are a lot of people who came from Ukraine here, and we, as a country, offered some help
mm,
to people from Ukraine. This is logic, because if Russia wanted to have a fight, I think they wouldn't help people from Ukraine. This is just like pure logic.
mm. Yeah,
For
so
me, for
as
me,
we
and
can see, it's a lot of propaganda everywhere, probably,
yeah,
and probably somewhere
yes,
also the truth somewhere.
we already have restriction here because, for example, today I read some news on the internet about it.
Mm,
Right now, we can't travel to some European countries because we can have we can't get a visa right now.
yeah.
Just some countries just no, like the Czech Republic, Poland, or something else. I don't know about France or some countries, but Poland, the Czech Republic, Japan.
Mm. Well, yeah, it's obvious that the government took a lot of restriction against your country. So,
Yes, I know. I've been watching it. I've been watching it. Yeah, I know.
well, actually, me, I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying Russia or Ukraine is right or wrong. I'm just trying to bring some lies to people.
Yeah, we need to
We need
write it.
to love each
We need
other.
to write in order to be happy and feel some happiness, because obviously it's important for us to be happy, to feel some kindness inside our heart, which is I don't know, which is I think important in our life.
Mm.
For in this situation right now, I don't know who's right, who's wrong.
Did you try to watch the news from the Western countries, or you just watch the news
Yes,
from?
yes, I did, and they show us the opposite.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the idea. Here in Western, we are seeing other things. You see in Russia other things. So people
Yes,
are confused. What
yes,
is really going
in
on?
the West news, Russia looks like a bad country who was an aggressor, who wanted to destroy another country.
But what's your really opinion about that? Because you are living in Russia. So
I think just people, I don't know about news want to show different information. because they want people to argue, because we see the different information. Obviously, I try not to follow the news because it's really difficult. For example, Russia.
Mm-hmm.
In West countries, will will look like I don't know, will look like a bad country. Which is a controversial question, even though oh, most European countries or the US or have a lot of companies here in Russia. It's about only. I think it's about only politics.
Mm.
For me, it looks like politics, nothing else.
Yeah. So we have here Ali Messini from Kosovo, of course from Europe, and also Alexandra Pak from Russia. Guys, I want to make peace. I want to make peace. I'm trying to share
Peaceful,
peace.
peaceful,
I'm
and
trying
some
to
peace.
show, yes, to send peace and love to everyone. So I'm so happy for having here Ali Messini, which probably he's seeing another kind of news from Europe, not the news which Alexandra see in Russia. So, good afternoon, Ali Messini. How are you doing? And thanks for joining us.
Hello,
Hello,
hello, good evening, Lemusa, and good evening to Alexandra.
hello.
I'm doing well, of course, and of course, I'm happy to be here. I
Mhm.
hope you are doing both good too.
Yes.
Mm,
And
So, Ali,
I would
yeah.
like to know what is the question because I wasn't here.
Hmm. Actually, we're talking about the conflict between Ukraine and Russia. But the subject, the main point, is being a light in people's life. I mean, sharing love between people, between each other. So
Mhm.
even the countries are in war, we have to send love to all of them because we don't know what's the real truth there, you know. And even if we, let's say, we know what's the truth, I suppose people need love and care. So that this is the subject for today. So if you want to share anything with us, you are more than welcome.
Yeah, exact. I think we need to live in love and in peace. And especially we need to put out political issues. We shouldn't how can I say, to be affected by political issues because they are having their problems between each other, etc. For me, it's important. For me, it's not doesn't matter about political. I don't care about political issues. I
Mhm.
respect everyone who is a man, who is a woman, who is a human, who is a person who wants to share love. I respect this person for what this person is. I don't care from where this person is from. For example, Alexandra is from Russia. I respect her so much. I love her, etc. Because even if we have a problem with about political, Kosovo and Russia has a problem about political issues, but I don't care about that. I want to respect everyone, and I want to love everyone for human being. That's my that's my point of all of it.
Yes, but some people they just they just start conflicts because of the situation. For example, as I told Nilsa yesterday, I was about to have a fight between. I have just was having a fight with a lady, a girl from Ukraine, because we have different information,
Yeah,
and it
yeah,
makes conflicts between people because of this information.
yeah. For me, in my opinion, it's just like they both West and Russia are testing their power, and they decided to test
Um,
their power in Ukraine. That's all for me
yes.
about the situation, I think. But
I
I
mean,
don't want to.
Yeah.
political issues, because to be honest, it's a both for me. It's
Mm.
something that
It's
doesn't have sense
funny.
in my opinion. It's
I
better
think
to
yes.
it's better to live in peace, to love each other.
No.
We had before a lot of war, and in my country we had a war in 1919.
Oh.
But we need to create a peace, and we shouldn't have this kind of war. It's really something sad to have a war.
No, exactly. But the idea is that it's creating, conflict between people. As Alexandra said before, that she had
Yeah.
a fight with a lady from Ukraine. That's why I'm saying, what do you think that is the way to make peace between people?
And the most important thing, in my opinion, is first of all we need to respect this person for what this person is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for example, I need to respect you, Alexander, for what you are. I shouldn't try to change you, because if I try to change you, we will create a conflict between each other. Which means, for example, I have a different opinion from you, and if I say this opinion should be endured, it will create conflict. First of all, is respect. I need to respect you. I need to respect your opinion. I need to respect your freedom. That's all, and we can create a peace. Otherwise, we will have such kind of problem. Maybe verbal conflicts, maybe with weapons conflict, etc.
Mm. But what I don't understand, I mean, in Russia, what exactly is the information about Ukraine that actually Ukraine is invading Russia or what?
No. For example, i- as I understood correctly, Russia.
Mm-hmm.
Why this situation has been started? Why? Has been because there are two parts in Ukraine. In Ukraine, they ask some help from Russia, but they parts of Ukraine. They're parts of Ukraine because many years ago, 8 years ago, it was a civil war in Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, 8 years ago, and a lot of people started leaving Ukraine because of the war. Yeah, and these two areas ask some help from Russia. Our president decided, okay, I will help because it was maybe 2 years, maybe last week. These areas has become parts of Russia. What does it mean? It means these people can have double citizenship, Ukrainian and Russian.
Mm.
And in our news, we can see that Russia isn't an aggressor. They just want to help people there in Ukraine to protect their country. But in the West news, just it's like the opposite. Uh, who told the U.S. For example, the president of the U.S. He told us just Russia had no reason to attack Ukraine, and they blamed our president. Why? In our news, what you see in the news? Destroyed buildings, dying people, and in our news we can see the same. But
You are muted, Alexandra.
you know, and
Mm.
I don't know. I said yes, we can see destroyed buildings, how people died. Yes, as well as you can see on your news in the West.
Mm.
But the difference between it, the Ukrainian army just they are shooting buildings or houses, not Russian army, not the Russian army, as we shout on the news. But
Mhm.
you can see the opposite because I read some information, some news on the West, and even the Ukrainian people told me that Russian military, Russian army just try to kill people. They want, I know, but it just I don't know the truth. Who is right? Who's in this conflict? Who is right? Because for me, either Russia or Ukraine, both just they are, I don't know. It's like it's we are both wrong for me because our president doesn't, I don't know, he wants maybe in the be a leader in the world, but the president of Ukraine wants to be a part of the European Union, as as I saw on news today, because he asked some help from the West, like the UK, the US, and the European Union, NATO,
Mm.
or else some countries, and some of them were ready to help because we have restriction already, and for me, I just couldn't believe in it. Couldn't believe in it. Why it happened? Because Ukraine, like Russia, was part of the USSR. Of the USSR, we were like one country
Mm.
before before 1991, and right now we have some conflicts. Because I don't know why it happened. Why this, has it happened? To be honest, why?
Well, I can see that I lost Alexandra. Probably she will come back. Well, actually, as we can see, dear friends, people are confusing, getting different opinions, different news. In Western, we have different news. In Russia, they have different news. But at the end, what's the idea? I mean, I suppose peace have to start from ourselves, have to start from me, from you, from our neighbors. But if we are just, listening what others are saying and creating conflicts between each other, this kind of conflict actually will raise more and more. So, Atul, what did you text here? He said, I'm not related to any of two countries, but if my home is getting destroyed or my related are
I'm
killed.
not I'm not related to any countries or to any of two countries. But if my home is getting destroyed or my related are killed, will I see peace?
Will I see peace? Yeah, this is a question from Atul Katoch.
Hmm, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, this is a good
But
question actually. You can answer to this question if you like.
I think it depends on you. I can understand people's feelings right now because some of them are dying. There are a lot of people who died that in Ukraine right now. I can understand it. Yes, definitely. But at the same time, people starting blaming each other.
Mm.
They started fighting because of disinformation. And I think we need to have some peace and try to find something something good in our countries. Because each country is great. Every country is great.
Yeah. What about you, Ali? What do you think about the question of Atul? He said, I'm not related to any of two countries, but if my home is getting destroyed or my related one are killed, will I seek peace?
It's for me. I don't know what war is really something terrible.
Mm.
I know what can I say about that. I don't want to say that this is right or another is right because nobody can know what is right. Because I never been there. I never been there to see what is going on there, etc.
Mm.
About actual question, I could feel this kind of things before because also in my country we had the war. Maybe in 1919, yeah, we had the war. So I know that here had a lot of genocides from other country. But what can we do? No, we know we are in peace, and we need to look in the future. It's
Exactly.
better to look in the future, but we shouldn't forget what's happened before. Because if we forget what's happened before, it will repeat again in the future. We need to learn from our past, and we need to build our future. But we shouldn't live in the past. To live our moment, to live present, to try to create a bridge between each other, to try to create peace between each other. For example, if someone has hurt me, and if I stop to hurt this person, maybe we can create peace, and it will be more better than to hate or to hurt this person again. Because because this person can hurt me, and I will hurt this person and over again,
Mm.
and it maybe never will end. So I love to for to forgive people, but not to forget what they have done to me.
And to change the situation, probably.
Yeah, we need to change our situation, but if, for example, if we want to change the situation of my country, we need to start from ourselves. Everyone should start from his or herself.
Mm.
That's all what we should do. Because if we as people, as nationality of this country, are for peace, and our government will accept that because the government represent us, represent our people. Uh, So I love peace, and I want to live in peace as long as I can because I know what is the war, and yeah, that's something good.
Yeah.
Here's a new showing a Putin announced that they might
Mm.
use bombs that can destroy local.
Alright, I think.
I think I think what Atul is saying it wouldn't happen
No, no,
uh,
no.
because Ukraine is close to Polonia, close to Romania, close to Slovakia, and they are a part of European Union. So it will be dangerous if they do that.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, they can.
It's not there is no any logic. There
Yeah,
is
because
no logic.
yeah, because if they bomb or use those kind of things in Ukraine, it can have effect in other countries of European, and it would be really something like to start the third worldwide.
Mm. What do you think, guys? How can people get into peace? You know, especially now in this conflict. And here I'm talking about the civilians. You know, I'm not talking about the soldier from Russia and Ukraine. I'm talking from about the normal people. How they can get into peace, how they can understand with each other, how they can understand with the neighbors of Russia. How?
How?
Yeah.
How they can be in peaceful. People just need to try to understand. If they want to have some fights,
Mm.
what will happen to them? Because there is no reason to fight. It's, it's all about jealousy. Maybe if you want to fight with someone, you need to think of yourself. Do you need it? Why do you need to fight? Um, what it will give you if if you fight with people? If you want to try, is this so good? Is this so good to to have some conflicts? Everything is just right now it's just about only politics. It was all the time about politics. I'm not ready to get involved in the situation because for me it's something crazy right now.
Mm.
Like for example, Russia and Ukraine. We were winners in both. We were winners in the Second World War. War. In the second, just it was our victory for both Russia and Ukraine. We have a lot of common things here in our countries, and right now we won. I don't know what they want. Our leaders, what they want.
Mm.
They want to have some conflicts, or they want to have the third war.
Yeah, but at the end, who's suffering here? That.
We people are suffering. We civils, we are suffering.
Mm, yeah, exactly. And little kids too. Issue.
Yes. Yesterday I was about to cry because I saw a video with a little girl from Ukraine. She was crying and asked our president to stop doing this. I was thinking how people can be, I don't know, how people can have so much, um, and they can be angry.
So much
How?
fun.
Why people are so angry for us with each other?
Mm.
People commit suicide in depression, and it's oh, if I don't have people close to me, I might go out to die. That's what I feel. Civilians getting armed in Ukraine feeling now. For example, yes, right now, uh, in our countries, every man from 18 to 50 have to serve in the army because of the situation. And yesterday, I watched news about it. There was a family because Ukrainian men are not allowed to leave the country right now.
Mm.
Only women and children can leave the country. like in Russia, we have the same situation, and oh man, if it will happen, if it happens, our men should serve in the army right now. But mostly in Russia, it doesn't happen. But in Ukraine, it happens often.
Mm.
I just thinking, why people are so angry? Why? And for me, it's so dangerous, to be honest, to see the situation between people, between countries, and if it comes to logic, we all people from different countries, we are children only one person, from one person, Adam,
Mm.
who was the first human being on Earth.
Yeah, exactly.
And why people want to have some conflicts? I don't know, because there were question about it. Even though why we speak different languages, why we don't have one language?
Ali, what do you think?
Why do we have so many languages?
In my opinion, I think we are human, and that we as human we are so colorful. Everyone is different from another person. So first of all, if we understand how to respect each other, how to respect their freedom, how to respect their opinions, etc., etc., we can live in peace
Mm.
because it's a part of love and it's essential part of love. If you love someone, you will respect this person for what is it. And about countries, we respect each country for their sovereignty, their freedom. They can do what they want in their country at least. You shouldn't try to dictate or to say what you should do. They have their own country and they need to be free. They need to live, they need to enjoy their life, to live how they want. And I see that sometimes some countries they try to put control on small countries, and it's the reason why they are happening a lot of wars, a lot of fights with each other. Or another hand,
I
in
have
a country,
something for
for
you.
example, another hand in a country where they are majority, they try to control minority, and it's something which can create a conflict. Also, we need to respect. We shouldn't, for example, to try to if, for example, if in my city are 99% from Muslim religion, we shouldn't say and this 1% be and you Muslim because they have their own freedom. They can believe what they want. They can follow their rituals, etc. Other youth, maybe if we try to can I say if we try to change them, they can fight with us because they want to have their freedom, they want to respect their religion, etc. And the same I think is in a lot of countries. They have this kind of problems between they don't know to respect each other.
So we have here Tutor Jack. Hello and good afternoon, Tutor Jack. Nice to see you here.
Moment.
Tutor Jack, you can talk.
Here, and this is an awesome topic. I'm glad I'm here. Very much for inviting me, Lucia. Your communication daily. What a
Thank you.
blast, and hello, Alexandra.
Thank you. We are
You're
listening to
welcome.
you, Tutor Jack.
Well, thank you very much, folks. And the first thing, what do we hope to achieve by this senseless invasion? What do we hope to achieve in the end? What is our goal?
Mm.
And I hear silence. I don't have any additional information on this. But what is our goal? What do we hope to achieve by doing something?
I would say happiness. No.
Okay, but now that's a good answer, Nolutsa. But does the invasion of Ukraine by Russia does this encourage happiness? I mean, is this happiness? Is this a demonstration of happiness and goodwill?
Not at all.
It is
But I
not.
would like I would like
So
to I would like
whenever we,
to let Alexandra, because she's from Russia, and probably you have some questions for her also. Because as you see, Tutor Jack, we are getting another information, and she gets another information in her country. So people are starting, to, let's say, having conflict between each other, and I'm talking about civilians here. Yeah.
yeah, so now I'm actually inviting a man from the Ukraine to participate with us right now. I have a friend that lives in Ukraine that I stream with. I'm sending him the StreamYard invite link, and he may want to participate in the chat.
Mm.
An opportunity for us to become
Yeah.
engaged here.
Yes, of course, he can join us. The
We'll
idea
do it
is that
shortly.
we need to get a peace, between each other, because I see when I see people fighting with each other, hating each other, this is not the way. I mean, stopping a war with fight, I don't think so. You can. I mean, fight brings fight. As you put woods on the fire,
Right.
it's maintaining. Yeah. So until Tutor Jack finish his work, I'm listening, Ali. How do you think we can bring people? I mean, peace. Yeah,
Yeah, of course. I would like to talk about positive things. It's
yeah,
more
because
beautiful.
it's positive. Yeah,
But
that's what I
so is
get.
life. So is life is not always with love. Sometimes we have a difficultness, we have problems, and we
Mm.
need to talk about a negative things.
It's not
But at
negative.
least,
It's a good
but
message for people. You
yeah,
understand? Yeah.
at least that people would have this kind of energy or this kind of understanding as I have with Alexandra and with you. I'm talking with Alexandra because he's from Russia, and of
Mm.
course, you should support Russia. But on the other hand, in my hand and my country, support Ukraine.
But
But
me, I will
we,
say I support humanity.
yeah, of course, humanity. But in this case, they are civil from Ukraine. So this is why I say Ukraine. But we have a peace between each other, and I can listen to Alexandra. I listen what she's saying. I'm not saying she's not right. And Alexandra is respecting me. Is not saying that Ali is wrong. So that's really beautiful, and that's really what people should have between each other. And in this case, what government should have between each other. For example, this situation, Ukraine and Russia,
Really
they
grateful
need
to
to
be
have this
invited
kind of
to this
communication
event.
with each other if they want to
It's
really
highly
peace.
interactive and very educational.
Okay.
And I value Alexandra's opinion. She's actually a proponent of this invasion. The Russian people are not want it.
We don't hear you very well, Tutor Jack. I don't know. It's interrupting. Mm. Yeah, technology. Yeah,
Okay, let
you're
me go ahead
right.
and
Yes, I want to say Atul is right. He said we must stop this nonsense. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, but what is complicated, you know? People are suffering. We want or we don't want. The truth is that people are suffering. So we cannot deny this. Tutor Jack, can you hear us? Sorry, it's interrupting. So the message for this live stream is actually simple. No matter we are from Russia or we are from Ukraine, from Europe, or no matter. Important is to love each other. You cannot stop a war with a war. You cannot stop a fight with a fight. Right, Ali?
Yeah, exact. We need to respect and why not to love each other and to stay away from political issues. Political is really like a cancer of love.
Mm,
Political are more like they want to destroy love.
mm,
It's so I think, in my opinion. So as last as we follow political issues, we can live in peace. On the
ex-
other hand, we need to be careful from where we get information, what we are reading, etc.
mm,
Because every news, I believe that this news support a person or a group of person, group of people. So we shouldn't listen too much and to judge another people, another group or another country because we have read some news.
mm.
We need just to see things more deeply and with love to see it. Especially to don't look a lot about war about soldiers, but we need to focus on civils and people who are not special kids, old people, females, etc., who wants for peace, and we need to focus on them. Not, for example, not on what how many soldiers has Ukraine, how many soldiers has Russia, how many soldiers has United States, etc. We need to focus on people who are not soldiers or civil,
Mm,
because because they pay for everything what is happening. They are who pay more.
yeah. What do you think is the key? What's the key to come out from this war? The key.
I think they need to have a conversation, but that's all. If they have conversation and if they have open heart and open brain,
Mm,
open mind in this case, they can listen to each other. They can listen, for example, for example, kids of Ukraine should listen what is the matter of Russia, and Russia need to listen to Ukraine what is the matter of Ukraine, and they can find, I think, a midway for all of this thing.
mm,
But both people, I think, and both people, civil, I think they shouldn't hate each other. They need to live in peace, try to respect and to live together. That's the best way, I think.
mm,
And if people of Ukraine and people of Russia they live really in peace between each other, I think, and government will stop from this war. It seems
exactly.
because government is of people, is not of another one. It's of people of Ukraine, and the government of Russia is for people from Russia.
Mm,
And I can see that Ukraine, there is a Kiev, and they were, I think, on a Russian Empire, like a seat of Russian Empire, and they have some similar things, in my opinion,
mm.
about history.
Well, history is history, present is present, and future is future. Why
Yeah,
people are not living more in present moment? Why always they have to go back in the past? What happened in the past? Well, we cannot change our past, but we can change our present. And
yeah, yeah.
I
But
believe a way to change, I mean, a way to stop this nonsense, how Atul was saying before, is to have love, that unconditional love which always I'm talking about. Unconditional love for humanity. So when you have unconditional love, you cannot fight. Because as you said, Ali, government is made by people, not they are people who are doing everything. But that's the idea. Instead of sharing love, instead of sharing compassion, and people are just sharing hate. As you see also in the news, how much news you see with good ideas, with good subject, or with peace, not many. And here I'm talking about the news. Okay, Alexandra. Okay, thank you, Alexandra, because I'm hearing my voice. Yes, Ali.
yeah, I think we need to live in love, and at least if you go in the space and if you see the Earth, you can see they doesn't have any border between each other. They doesn't have any country. It's like they are united. They are don't have border between each other, etc. At least we need to live in peace. We shouldn't create this kind of complication.
Mm,
We need to we need to love to live, but and that's beautiful. And I don't know. I don't. The war for me is no sense. The war is just because of egoism, something like that.
mm,
That's the reason why happened war. But of course, in war they are there is there are two parts. One part is who has attacked this part, and another part who is protecting himself or themselves. But in this situation, I can say that this group is protecting himself or this group is attacking, etc. Because I never been in this country, so I can't understand. I can't know what is really happening. But but in my real life, when I have a problem with someone, I try to forgive this person. I try to understand, and I try to create a relationship, friendship between this me and this person.
mm,
And I try to don't let a problem to be something that we cannot pass, or to create a conflict with between me and my friend or a person or a strange person. I try always to create this kind of peace between me and everyone, because it's at least because I'm doing that for myself. I love myself. I wanted to live in peace. I don't want to wake up and to get mad to say, oh, how I will attack this person, how I will do bad to this person, etc. I want to wake up in peace, in peaceful, to enjoy my day, to stay with people, to talk to people. Who wants to talk to me? Let's talk. Who doesn't want this person has his right to don't talk to me? It's okay. It doesn't mean that we are enemy between each other.
mm. Yeah.
So that's what we need to every in our situation. At least we need to do for ourselves, because if we don't live in peace, we can destroy the first of all. We'll destroy ourselves. We'll get a lot of problems with our mental problems, heart problems, etc.
Alexandra. Great topic. Yeah, it's a great topic.
Yeah,
With great people. As you see, here is also Alexandra from Russia, Ali is from Kosovo, Jack Bosma is from America, I'm from Romania living in France. But still, we are talking with each other and we are loving each other, of course, because we are having unconditional love. That's why.
yeah, that's
so, so I believe that if people start to love each other as they are and accept how they are, not trying to change each other, not only this war between Ukraine and Russia, but also the another war. If do you know about Syria, about Muslim countries, and you know what happened there also. So different propaganda, you know. That's why I'm saying love each other no matter the religion, no matter the culture, just love each other and understand we are different. And this is a beauty. This is the beauty of life, to be different. If we are all the same, life will be boring, no? This
Yeah,
I believe.
yeah.
Uh,
Can you can you
yeah,
imagine if everyone is the same? We wouldn't have this kind of development, this kind of new technology, new things. We wouldn't have because we are the same. We would have only one,
mm,
and it would be so bored. So it's beautiful to have different thoughts, different opinions, because we can contribute in something beautiful. For example, to build up ourselves, to build up something to another city, to another country that they doesn't have. For example, in some countries we can help with water, with new stuff. We can explain to them the technology. We can give to them some laptops, etc. And that's beautiful. That's part of having a different thought. Another person maybe wants to help us this country with food, etc.
mm,
Can you imagine if everyone has the same thought, just to help people with water? They
yeah.
would they wouldn't have any food to eat, and then nothing would happen. Different thoughts are really beautiful, and different contributions are the most important part. And nothing is totally black and nothing is totally white. It's a mixture between each other, between black and white. Everywhere inside of ourselves and inside of people, they have their black part and white part,
Yeah.
and that's
Uh,
beautiful.
now, I would like to say to ask Tutor Jack if he would like to share anything with us. Tutor Jack, hey, can you hear us? Oh, yeah, probably he can't hear us because the connection. But anyway, um, Ali, a message.
I
Okay,
can
he's
hear
here.
everyone well. I just like to listen because I can grow an audience and learn by myself.
Mhm.
Professional and personal event notes. I will enjoy it.
I'm still interrupting. Well, yeah, he's still interrupting with Tutor Jack, but anyway. Ali Missini, what will be or what is actually your message for people from Ukraine and also for people from Russia?
Mm. My message for all of them is not just from people from Ukraine and Russia, for everyone is love each other, try to understand each other, and try to have communication. Don't try to change people. Don't try to change their thoughts. Respect their thoughts. Respect the community, and don't say that this community is the minority and we need to change. We need to make they like us because you shouldn't change them. You shouldn't change them. We need to accept them who they are, even if they are a minority, even if there are few people there. We need to respect for what they are, and we shouldn't listen a lot to political issues, political, because they are there for their own interests. They don't care sometimes for us. They just care for their money, for their perspective, and at least maybe a lot of presidents they have left their country and the people has to pay for everything. So don't listen too much to political uh, issues or to politicians because in most of case they are just not helping us. In my opinion, of course, I'm not saying that everyone need to think like me, but in my opinion, it's so. We should less listen to political issues. We need more to be pro love, more to be respectful between each other, to accept each other, to listen to each other. And if people from Russia, if people from Ukraine listen to each other, they can create a beautiful, bright bridge and beautiful bridge, and they can live peace. Even if some politicals don't want to live in peace, they can live in peace after they create this kind of connection between each other. And it doesn't need for money. It needs just for conversation, talk, to listen. And I believe that many people from many Ukrainian people live in Russia, and many Russians live in Ukraine.
Mm.
Yeah,
So this is your message for them.
yeah, it's a long message. I hope they will understand me.
What is the message for the people who are leaving the country right now and maybe they don't have where to stay or what to eat? Or maybe they don't have any hope. What's your message for them?
People who are poor, who doesn't have
It's not
money,
about poor. They are
yeah.
just leaving the country. They have nothing. Pro-
Okay, they
Probably they
can.
have nothing.
If someone leave a country, doesn't maybe they can contribute from out from country to for peace, for development of their country. In many situation, we can maybe go out from our home, we can go to another city, but maybe for our better life, for our better future. And when this kind of knowledge or this kind of experience share in our home, we can see that it will happen to development in our community too. And on the other hand, they can raise their voice, they can show their solidarity between each other. It has a lot of issues that they can do. And for people who doesn't have a home, who need to go out from homes because of conflict, um, they shouldn't be. They should. Can I say? They should. They shouldn't be like a sad or hopeless. They need to try to build up their life out of country, and nothing is forever. And this war will end, I think, in my opinion, and everything maybe will back in normality. But it's hard to send a message to people because it's something that so difficult, so sad when you must leave your country. It's really something sad.
Yeah, is easy actually to talk about. It's hard to feel. Um,
Yeah,
we are just talking, but actually we are not in that situation. But if we put little in their situation, probably we will have another kind of feelings. Who knows? Anyway, thank you so much, Ali Messini, for joining me today and
you're
sharing
welcome.
love with us and love with people. And thank you so much, Jack Bosma, also Alexandra Pak from Russia, and also Atul Katoch from India. So now my message for all of you is, guys, I will say, listen to your heart. And I'm sure if you truly listen to your heart, you will never kill anyone, you will never hate anyone. You will forgive. Why I'm saying? Well, because our heart, in the hearts of the people, there is love. And where is love, there is God. So God is love. You can't kill, you can't hate, you just love and accept people how they are. For people who are leaving their countries, I will say to them, don't forget there is always a light in your life and in your way. God created us and God will take care of us. Don't lose your hope. Be happy that you are still in life. Be happy for what you have. I know probably you are in a difficult situation right now, but there is a light. And what is important, never hate each other. If you see people fighting, believe me, inside of them, they miss something. They miss God. Yeah. Or the universe if you don't believe in God, okay? because probably not everyone believes in God, but I'm sure there is something which creates us, all of us, no matter the religion. So if you see people fighting, try to make peace or at least stay away. But don't try to put fight. I mean, like putting woods on the fire to make that fire bigger, 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 because it will not end. So, this is also with the war. For stopping this war, we need to have love and compassion and not hate. Do not hate your neighbors, do not hate Ukrainians, do not hate Russians. They are people like you. Maybe there is a propaganda. We don't know what is the truth, but we know we are all unique and special. So let's love each other and be happy. Thank you so much for watching this live stream. Until next time, all the best and God bless you all. Goodbye.